Hi, welcome. Thank you for logging on. We're going to give you just a second to get all set up, but we do have the standard on the screen, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So that is how to use communication skills to deal effectively with influences from peers and media regarding food choices and physical activity. And this is something that we're both really passionate about, so we're very excited to be talking to you about it today. And I'm Sienna. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm from San Francisco.
And my name is Liz. My pronouns are also she, her, and I'm from Fresno, California.
And if you would like to share like an introduction video, or if you want to keep in touch, if you have any questions, feel free to do that. We really just want to help people. And I think that this topic can help a lot of people. So that is also an option, but we're going to jump right into it.
So first off, we're going to discuss a very popular social media platform called TikTok. And I'm sure you've heard of it. So if you could, please press the raising hand interaction if you have ever seen a video like this called a What I Eat in a Day TikTok or use TikTok in general. And usually these TikToks revolve around an influencer or an individual making a video regarding what they ate that day and kind of recording it like almost like a video food journal. And we want you to watch this video and give us your immediate thoughts on what you think. So now that that's over, you can let us know really quickly what you think. Doesn't have to be positive or negative, just any general feedback. Great. So with that being said, a video like this can be dangerous, and especially because this female states that she's a model. As a model, she might have eating restrictions that may not be fitting for every individual, and it is really important that when you watch these videos that you think critically and not just take them extremely literally and think, I want to look like her, I'll eat exactly what she ate that day, and not apply them to your lifestyle immediately. So it is also important to remember that we don't know the full ins and outs of our diet, and taking these videos literally can be very harmful to your brain and of course your body.
Okay, now we want you to think about whether or not you've experienced a situation in which peer influence and media influence have affected your eating decisions or your working out decisions, and just kind of self-reflect for a second on if this has ever happened to you, and if so, how it made you feel. Great. So it's important to recognize how strong peer and media influences can be, but personal decision making can be equally as strong, if not stronger, with the right tools. So here's some strategies that can be used to make decisions when influences may be promoting unhealthy consumption patterns and unhealthy behaviors. And I'll talk about this in just a second, but it can be a really helpful thing to be open about how you're feeling or what you're dealing with if something is challenging in your life concerning this topic. So having conversations with friends and family can be a really good place to start. But another thing is to practice mindful eating. And this is something that has really changed my own relationship with eating. Eating slowly is the way that I kind of practice mindful eating. Really giving myself the opportunity to listen to my body and see if I'm still hungry, I can keep eating. If not, I can, stop. It's also really important not to restrict yourself. You should eat what you want to eat. Make sure that you have a healthy balance, that you're getting the nutrients you need. Like I said, a balance, and then that you're staying active. And that's what's really important. Another idea is to pick out healthy, nutritious food items with friends when you're out food shopping or family. You could plan like a little dinner with friends, and that could be a really fun way to, figure out what works for you. Be honest with yourself about how you're feeling. You could journal, meditate. These can be really helpful strategies just to kind of get a grasp on what you're dealing with. Like I mentioned, having conversations with the people closest to you. Obviously, staying active is so important, but you can find really fun ways to be active. And it's really important to note that obsessing is not good. If you're having an off day, you don't need to push it. And rest days are really, really important. So some fun ways to be active. These are just ones that I really like, but everyone's different, and it's important to find what works for you. So I like to walk with friends, hike, I like to do yoga. I like to run and play sports. But there's obviously so many options.
And now that we have provided you with some tools, we are going to transition into guided practice. Please take out a piece of paper and a pencil. This is going to be super short and simple, and we will be displaying both positive and negative strategies. And it is your job, given what you now know, to be able to identify which is negative and which is positive. And we will definitely give you a second to identify that, but then we will then show you the correct answer. And because there is a gray area in regards to applying things that you see on social media to your own life, this will hopefully be able to clarify that.
Yeah. And if you need to pause at any time, that's totally okay. Give yourself the time that you need to, figure it out. So the first one is letting peer and media influences control your decision making. An example would be taking a what I eat in a day TikTok seriously or literally and letting it control your life. So we'll give you just a second. Okay, yeah, this is definitely negative. Like we just talked about, you have to really keep in mind that everyone's body and needs are really different. So you have to think critically about whether something will work for you. And seeing people who have really different bodies can also, it's hard not to compare. So you have to really be strong and like take everything with a grain of salt and just figure it out what works for you.
Number 2 is asking your parents questions about healthy eating and planning healthy meals with them. Okay. And this is positive. Obviously, I think this was a pretty easy one just because anything that you can do with family should be able to influence you in a positive way.
Okay, obsessing about the calories you burn at the gym and forcing yourself to run 4 miles every day, even when you don't feel up to it. So yeah, this is negative. I think for some people, they might think, oh my gosh, but I'm working out, it's good for me. It's so important to rest, to give your body the rest that it needs. If you don't feel up to it, don't do it. And it's obsessing over it just starts this cycle that can be really, really dangerous and harmful.
Trying a recipe that you see on Instagram because it looks good. And this is also positive.
Restricting your calories because you think your friends are skinnier. Oops, I went pretty quick with that one, but this is really negative. I think we both know as women, like it's hard not to compare yourself, but it can be really dangerous. And you have to just remember that everybody is different. Everybody is beautiful. Everyone needs different things. So this is definitely not a positive strategy. All right, now we are going to give you a few minutes to come up with your own strategy to remedy a difficult situation, relevant situation that you might find yourself in. And this could be something that you think would be particularly relevant or work for you. So yeah, we'll give you just a second. All right, so I hope that you guys came up with something that is going to work for you. We do want to mention one more thing.
Yes, and we are also wanting you to know that social media can be helpful rather than harmful as well. This is just kind of like wanting to end on a good note. So obviously TikTok and Instagram can be great for finding new yummy recipes or learning fun new workouts. And connecting safely with people on TikTok who can provide support and also good ideas is also a great way to feel like you're kind of a part of a community. And we have attached an example at the bottom of a healthy what I eat in a day. And you can check that out on, or we can actually. Feel free to resort back to either anytime.
Jiggle, jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure. It makes me want to dribble, dribble. Riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it. 62 in a compact, no slack, but luckily the seats go back. We got a knack to relax in my mind. I'm sitting somewhere. And as you can see in that video, she doesn't really skimp on anything. She's making a lot of different options for everybody. And I think that's a really important thing to consider. Yeah, it's super balanced, but even while that one seems healthier, again,
everybody is different. So just keep that in mind. That one might work for you while another one won't. But you really have to nourish your body and then also just stay active and yeah. And we're almost done. So for your take-home activity, we want you to utilize one of the strategies we talked about today or one that you came up with on your own. And then we want you to self-reflect on how this strategy worked for you. And if you feel comfortable, share it with that close friend or family member that you could go to and talk to about it. All right. So great job today. We hope that you have a better understanding of these situations and how to handle them. These situations can be really sticky, but it's important to remember that they're not only tools to help you, but also people in your life who want to help you make the best decision for yourself. So yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Yes, and I hope that the take-home activity will increase your confidence. Great work today, and thank you for tuning in to learn something new.
Thank you.